So recently I decided that I wanted to make stickers, so whilst I was doodling up some fun little ideas, I ended up drawing a lot of teeny tiny crows, and I recently made a post on my Instagram story about how I don't really know when I'm going to be bringing back the Raven Who Dared to Wonder comic, but now I can't stop thinking about it, so I made a few comics, so come sketch a comic page with me. I've been thinking a lot about the kind of content that I actually want to create, and I'm not very good at reading from scripts, so I find that I kind of prefer just rambling. I don't know, I guess that's what I'm better at. And I also kind of really like the videos where like there's somebody drawing and you kind of get the view of their like drawing tablet or whatever from like over their shoulder, just because I don't know, I like that style of sketch with me, and I draw a lot traditionally, but I don't draw daily traditionally, whereas I do digitally, and I don't know, I really like watching those videos. So my previous sketch with me was kind of an experimentation with that, and I don't know, I think I kind of want to make a few more of these. Kind of like how I want to make a few more The Wonder Who Dared to kind of like how I want to make a few more The Raven Who Dared to Wonder comics. My general process for these comics is pretty much I end up writing out most of the story in like my private Discord server that I have to keep all of my notes and things, because OneNote, she can't handle me. With the number of stories I come up with, you cannot handle me. So I have kind of like the script roughly done out there when it comes to Raven comics. I also do this with like a lot of random like short stories. I didn't do this with Milk. Milk I did traditionally, same with my previous two comics that have come out, with Sweaty Dreams and Cat Cashier. I tend to find these comics to be a lot more kind of freeform. My animation lecturer is indirectly very, very much a big fan of trying to get me to do things that are in more of like my sketchbook art style, which is why for this kind of my little comeback with my little Raven comic, since I went on my little hiatus for the summer as well as towards the end of my second year of university, I'm kind of doing like it a little bit differently. I'm trying to up my panel game, so the panels in this look a lot more interesting than they previously did in my previous. So the panels in this look a lot more visually they look better, alright? They look nicer. It's more aesthetically pleasing, and I don't know, I like the visuals a lot more. I'm also switching to a textured brush for this, because I've kind of fallen in love with this one texture brush that I've been using for animation in the past, like, I mean, at this point of recording, like 7 months. Like, it's been a good brush, alright? It's great, it's cool, I like it. So yeah, I kind of wanted to change it up slightly, plus I think it adds to that more. The general idea for the Raven Who Dared to Wonder comic series was that it would be doodly. It would be black and white only, with occasional splashes of color if I feel like it adds to the story, like the one where I was talking about coloring my hair. And in this case, I think the textured brush really gives it a bit more of like that aesthetic of being in my sketchbook, which I think my lecturer would be very proud of. I end up starting off most stories with kind of putting the text on first, since that's what I already have. It's kind of like a base to work off of, and then depending on what kind of atmosphere I want, I then proceed to do like the sketches around it. Or I'll just go straight in like I did with some of the Ravens, like, I know what I want, I'm just fuck it, go for it, you know? With this particular comic, I'm kind of, my birthday is in 3 days. Nope, 2 days from now, from the time of recording, because I'm recording on the 7th, and I want to try and get this video out for the 10th, so yesterday for you would have been my birthday. And oh my god, every single year for the past, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years, I've been having like an existential crisis every single time that my birthday rocks around, and this year is no different. In the last like 2 years, I've made so many comics, I've made a fair amount of animation as well, and I've also kind of, I mean, I started up an entire damn YouTube channel. Like, if that's not productivity, I don't know what is. Not to mention the fact that I've also been working with the same guy for like a year and a half. Like, we've made a lot of different things together. So I don't know why I still feel kind of like it's not enough, but I do. So here, this comic is pretty much me kind of venting about that. If you do want to read it, I have either scheduled it for this month, for the 9th, or I have scheduled it for whenever the hell, but I will leave a link to my webtoon and tapas below so that you can check out more of my comics if you know, you happen to really like comics and fully colored kind of web graphic novel-y things, because I don't know, I feel like my art style kind of leans more to, or my general interest kind of leans a bit more to graphic novels than sort of like paper comics. I've been reading like a lot more comics recently, which is really exciting to me. I treated myself like at the beginning of the month for Lammas or Lunazad, a pagan holiday, which is basically like kind of celebrating the first harvest as well as trying to give get a little bit extra luck for the autumnal harvest. So yeah, I bought the second volume of Lost Lad London because I really like this comic. It's got such a genuinely unique art style. It's very graphic. It's very, I don't know, it's just really pleasing. It kind of feels like it's sketchy, but it's also very finalized at the same time. It's a really interesting style. I recommend it. I'll try and put a little picture up on screen because I'm trying to upgrade my video aesthetics and quality and shit, so hopefully I can manage to put that up there. But yeah, I really like Lost Lad London. I've only got the first 2 volumes because I haven't been going into comic shops that much recently. I got this in like Waterstones, so it's not even really a comic shop, it's a goddamn chain. Support your local comic shops. It's so depressing to know that the year below me for comics and concept art at my university, the amount of people that genuinely did not put their hand up when my lecturer was asking, like, so how many of you actually buy and read comics regularly? So few people put their hands up. The lecturers were like, well, we're fucked. It's so grim, the future that we're like going towards, the amount of people that in our industry, the young people in our industry who do not go out and buy comics to actually support local artists and companies that are just trying to get by. Like, dude, how the hell are you gonna get your book in a comic shop if you aren't even supporting the comic shop that you want to get into? I swear I'm losing my mind. The other comic that I've been reading a lot recently is I've kind of was rereading The Girl from the Other Side. So when I found the fifth copy, oh my god, I can't even. I was so excited. I found it at the same time that I found the second volume of Lost Lad London. I could go and buy all 8 issues, because I think there's 8 issues for The Girl from the Other Side. I could go out and buy it online, but I don't want to. I really like the joy of going into a comic shop and being like, I don't know what I'm gonna find today. My best friend, I know that he does, like, he'll like go up to the like Waterstones or something and be like, can you order this for me and blah 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 blah. But like, I like just going and seeing what I find, because you might find something new that you didn't really expect. Like, I got a manga called I think it's called Our Dining Room Table, and it's nice. I did not expect to go and find it. It's just a really cute little story. It's just wholesome. But yeah, that's what I've been reading recently. The 5th volume is so exciting. I know that like all 8 issues, I think The Girl from the Other Side has been completed, but like it's so exciting slowly reading it and getting through it. Like, oh, it's nice how it subtly gives you the lore slowly. Like, it doesn't lore dump on you. I think it might have done at the very beginning, like slightly, but it didn't do anything that was like unimportant to the story. Like, it wasn't just like everything that you needed to know and then basically explaining the ending to it. It's very subtly kind of hinting towards the fact that Shiva might be like the cure to the like curse. It's like, oh, it's like, oh. It's just so cool and exciting. It's kind of reminding me of, because obviously the amount of people, including myself, that binged the Last of Us series, it's kind of giving me like subtly kind of like that kind of vibe. Like, is she really gonna thing? And is like the monster cursed character guy, is he gonna like kind of try and keep her so that, you know, he can protect her because of his own selfish want to kind of be a parental figure to her? I don't know. But yeah. It's really nice with like that kind of comic, because It's also in black and white, which has probably been quite a big inspiration for the Raven Who Dared to Wonder comic as well. But yeah, anyway, here is... Sorry, I've rambled a lot. I kind of like doing non-scripted videos because it means that I do get to ramble. But here is the comic. Here it is. I finished it. It will be available to read on Webtoon Tapas, but here is pretty much the entire scroll version of this volume. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you on the 20th, because I try and make videos for the 10th and the 20th of every month, so stick around. And if you stuck around this long, leave a comment of, I don't know, leave a comment of your favorite comic, because I'm just curious to what other people read. It might spark some excitement in my brain. And maybe I'll check it out. So yeah, thank you. Thank you if you did stick around, and have a lovely rest of your day.